It's popping, YouTube. Tonight I'm gonna do something special for y'all. I'm gonna talk about spiritual enlightenment and spiritual growth in the empath community. Now, I've been doing a lot of listening and I've been doing a lot of, meditating and thinking on certain things. And it's a lot of questions going on in the spiritual community. And a lot of those questions revolve around the involvement of people or individuals when it comes to spirituality. What's good to believe in when it comes to spirituality? Whether you believe in this deity, that deity, this deity, that deity, it's all the same pot of energy. Some things have a little more seasoning than others, but it's all from the same pot. It doesn't matter whether you use it for light or dark. It's all from the same pot. Neutral is energy. And like I said, it's the person that harnesses that energy that you have to be careful of. Very careful of. Because they can manipulate it to do anything, especially if it's for harmful reasons. Me personally, I've been spiritual for a long time. Since I was a little kid. When I was young, I used to have paranormal experiences. I'm going to share a story with y'all that my immediate family know about. Not like my brothers and my mom's, rest in peace. My step pops and all that. Cousins and uncles that used to travel over to the crib. You feel me, on a regular basis, because that would be like the topic of a conversation. Back in the day, right, my mom, she used to watch these two twin boys and shit. You feel me? They was like around my age. They was the same age I was. Was young, you know what I'm saying? At that time, they moms was going through like, a little transition, because it was around a time when families was doing good and then certain things hit the streets, you feel me? And it kind of changed the upbringing of a lot of families, you know. And then that's another thing too, man. I was there for the beginning, the middle, and the ending of a lot of different things. So I was able to see the transitions throughout the course of time, especially in this incarnation, you know. Yeah, you heard me right. In this incarnation, I don't want nobody to sit there and feel like this is the only time that they've ever been born in their entire life. For me to sit here and tell you that would be for me to sit here and tell you a bold ass face lie. I'm not gonna do that to you. You know, everybody's been here before. It's all about remembering when and what you learned during those courses of time. Back to the experience I was explaining. She used to babysit these kids. They was twins, you know. They was cool. They was kind of probably like the first real friends I could say that I ever really had, on a continuous basis that I still remember from them. Them and another kid that I was cool with. We'll probably talk about him later on too. But they mother was going through some things, and it was like my mother. She was kind of like the designated babysitter by friendship. You understand what I'm saying? She was like one of the friends that did well, had her shit together, and the mothers like next door, downstairs, or whatever. They'll bring the kids up to play with us, but then they'll disappear. You understand? So my mother, she was kind of like the neighborhood mommy. You feel me? And me and the kids, we became close. They should come up every day, every day. Just get them ready for school. When they get us ready for school, pick them up from school, pick us up from school, And they was over there so regular that eventually they started to become like family. You feel me? And They would come over, we would play, games, regular games kids play, running around, climbing on shit we ain't got no business, running in the back of shit we ain't got no business, trying to sneak in the parents' room when we know damn well we not supposed to be in that shit. You feel me? But they was like part of the pack. I come from a large family. My family always lived communal. Always, always, always. We always lived like a tribe and like a village. So it's easy for me to fit in, with a bunch of people who already have their roles designated, and for me to fit in and slide right in where I'm supposed to designate myself to fit in, because I've been doing this since I was a little kid. That come from my father. I don't really talk about him much because, you know what I'm saying? That's like the soldier in my life, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. Where he just recently passed not too long ago or whatever. And, so the way I view things and my outlook and my outtake on things may be a little different than a lot of people's. And one of the reasons for that is because I do come from a loving home, you heard? I was fortunate enough to have my mother and my father around, and they actually give a fuck about me, you heard? Like, you don't really think about that shit until you get a little older. You start to reminisce and start to think about all the times they was hard on your ass, you heard? And all the times your friends and all that shit was able to do shit and you wasn't. And then you sit back and you look back now and you look at all those friends that was able to do all those things when you was younger, and you look at these nigga situations now. That shit ain't pretty, bro. That shit look crazy. You feel me? So you learn to appreciate the hardships that you given from your parents, man. And I was blessed to have both of them around consistently in my life. Whether they was co-parenting, they was always consistent together. Their communication level was always on 10. You feel me? I never seen them argue, not one time, and I'm just being straight honest. But they was a part of the family, you know. And one day, my mom's, she came to the room, and she was like looking for their mother. So she said, y'all hold on for a minute. I'm gonna go see if I can locate XYZ. So she went to go try to locate her. She went banging on her door, banging on her door, banging on her door. Nobody came to the door, you feel me? Banging on the door, banging on the door. Nobody came to the door, you feel me? So the kids, they stayed with us for about 3 weeks, you heard? Now, mind you, the only thing they had at the time when their mother dropped them off was a change of clothes just in case one of them soiled themselves, apple juice, and some cheese and cold cuts that she had got from like the store or supermarket or something like that. That shit had been gone. They ate that shit the first day. Now, this is like the third or the fourth day that we haven't seen her. So when my mom's go look for her and knocks on her door, that's an additional 3 weeks. You feel me? Additional 3 weeks that they was with us before we found out anything about them. How we found out about the shit was we sitting in a room, you know what I'm saying, talking or whatever. So I hear arguing, you know. I'm the oldest out of the crew, you feel me? So it's like, I'm gonna be privy to certain things that certain people ain't privy to, because, I'm the firstborn. You feel me? So I get a little more leeway with certain things. So I sticks my head out or whatever. She arguing with her or whatever, but I know what it is anyway, because I was there when she was upset after she couldn't find her, and she wouldn't say things in front of the kids because they'll usually be in there with my brothers or something like that, and she wouldn't want to say how she feel. But me, I'm always up under my mom's, bro. You crazy? All the time, boy. Straight mama's boy. To the death of me, bro. Straight mama's boy. Only woman in the household, you heard? Everything else masculine, you heard? She taught me hella shit. And I love her to death for that. So I'm listening. Why you leave your kids? Ah, da, 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 da. You shouldn't leave your kids like that. Boom, 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 boom. So they get into this little spat and shit. Niggas ain't really cursing or none of that shit, because niggas ain't really cursed like that back then. The niggas was on some other shit. Like, so anyway, she wound up packing the kids up or whatever, this, that, and the third, and they wound up leaving or whatever. We wound up feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Because we had like a little bit of our space back. But I was sad, you heard? Because I didn't want them to leave, bro. I don't know what it was, but it was just like, I just felt nervous. It was like a heaviness in your chest. Like when you get really afraid, like Like when you really unsure about something, like on level 10, like I felt like that. Now, I mean, I don't know if it's because my mom was registering it as a child, as they mother gonna be mad at them because mommy came to look for them, or what it may have been. Maybe whether I may have picked up on their mother's spiritual aura or something, and it may have carried over into me. But I didn't feel right seeing them go. You heard? So we get back to our normal lives, doing our little regular thing. Going to school, coming home. Going to play with our friends, trying to get something from the Chinese restaurant, waiting for the icy man to pull up. You know what I'm saying? And I started to wonder, like, yo, I don't even see them no more, bro. Like, so now I figure like they probably got on punishment or something. So boom, couple nights pass, or whatever. Boom, man. Had this bedroom, and in this bedroom it had like a hallway where it was like L shaped, to where it's like when you in the bedroom, if you got the bedroom against the wall, you can't see down the hall. You feel me? I had my bed right there. I had bunk beds right there. I had the top bunk. You feel me? And like the way the bunk bed was situated, it was situated where it was pushed like to the edge of the corner. So like if you wanted to walk in the room, you could walk right into the room, but right to your immediate side, if you look, you will see the bunk beds right there. Boom. That's how mine look. So if somebody was coming in the room and was going to the bathroom, because we had a bathroom in the area, so it was two bathrooms, one back there and one up there by my mom's room. So if somebody came in and wanted to use the bathroom because my mother wasn't there or whatever, because yeah, she was one of them parents where she would lock her room, because my little brothers, they was bad as shit. You heard? They'd tear her whole shit up. So she used to lock that shit. So if my uncles or them come, they would have to use the bathroom towards the hall, towards my room. So it was a light in that hallway. So I used to leave the light on till my little brothers, until they fall asleep. All of us wasn't born at that time. You know what I'm saying? Where it was just a couple of us and shit. It was probably like three of us, four of us, something like that. You know what I mean? Later, five. You feel me? So one night I'm sitting in there, I leave the light on, shit just cut off. You know? Boom. So I get up, climb down, walk in the hallway, try to turn the light on, but the light switch is on already. So I turn it off and turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Nothing happened. I go back to the bed, climb in the bed, get in the bed, get up under the covers. I'm just standing there. I'm just looking around, because I always been the type of person that never really required a lot of sleep. Give me like 2-3 hours a night and I'm good. Like I don't be needing like the full 8 and all that. Word. My doctor even said, yo, that's odd, but there are a few cases of that. We're gonna get into a whole bunch of different things too when it comes to dealing with anomalies. Um, so I climb back up, get in. I'm just staring off into space, waiting to fall asleep or whatever. The light flicks off and on just like it did the way I did it, except this time it stayed on. Now, I wasn't counting, but I knew that's how many times it did. It caused me to sit up. I pulled myself to the edge of the bunk bed, looked down the hallway. As soon as I go to look down the hallway, the light cuts back off. You know what I do, right? Mommy! I start hollering, you heard? So boom, my mother, she get up. She come in there. She like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, the light. Something's wrong with the light. So she's like, what's wrong with the light? I was like, it just did this weird off and on thing, and I don't know why. So boom, she went over there, touched the light switch, boom, turned the shit right on. So she come in, I tell her like, come here, so just stay right here for a minute. So she stayed right there. Nothing happened, you heard? I'm feeling stupid as hell, you heard? Like, for real, I'm feeling dumb. You know what I'm saying? So she going in. So for a couple nights, it was the light thing that happened. Boom, boom, the off and the flickering of the lights. Maybe like the fourth night or the fifth night, I started hearing somebody call my name down the hallway. You feel me? And then it started off low, like real low. And I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, I'm bugging out, I'm bugging out, I'm bugging out. So one night I happened to look down that hallway, and as I looked down that hallway, it was a little robot with a light in the front, a little round ball on an antenna on the back, and two heads. Both of them was calling my name, each one and one at a time, each one and one at a time. And it scared me. I start screaming, I start hollering, I start yelling. Boom. My stepfather runs in. Boom. Now. He on some shit to where it's like he not a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he's a bad dude. He was a good stepfather, bro. He was always around. You heard? He was never gone. You heard? Dead ass. So he was good, you know what I'm saying? Him and my pops, they know each other and all that. They met. Niggas used to like family for real, adult shit, you heard? So he come in there. So he asked me like what happened and shit. So I told him what happened. Like I was seeing stuff. I seen this little robot and it had two heads and yada 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 yada. And he was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm serious." So he started talking to me or whatever, and we made a little plan. You know, he was like, "The next time you see it, you let me know. I'm gonna be sleeping right here on this couch, and soon as I hear you scream, I'm gonna get to the door and I'm gonna bust in the room." So he's like, I guess, you know what I mean? I felt like, you know what I'm saying, he was just doing it to like make me feel better or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really upset about that shit. You feel me? So that shit had continued to happen or whatever, but I continued to hear the voices. But when I looked down the hallway, I didn't see like the robot. It just went back to voices. Then one night it got real bad. The lights in the hallway start flickering. I do my normal routine. I wait for a minute, do it again. Then, as a child, you gonna get curious. I climb my black ass down, you feel me? Walk over there to the light switch, do the little Simon Says joint, run back in the room, climb on the bed and shit. That shit do the same little Simon Says shit. But except this time it leave the light off again, and then they cut it back on. Boom. So now I'm like, that's something different. I heard the bathroom door creak. The way the bathroom door is set up, it's middle of summer, ain't no breeze coming through like that, and it was one of them old ass doors. You heard them thick ass wood shits, like back in the days where it got like that fake quartz handle doorknob shit with like the 1,000 faucets on it. One of them shits. It was one of those, you heard, and it was one of them heavy ass doors. Ain't no wind gonna push that. I knew that because I used to have to push that shit with my shoulder because it wasn't set right. You feel me? So I used to have to like lift it up a little bit and like close the door because that shit was so thick and heavy. Ain't no wind pushing that. I gets paranoid. I balls up in the ball, pull the cover over my head, ball up into a tight knot. The light is going crazy in the hallway. You feel me? I see it through the sheet. You feel me? But I don't want to take my head out from under the covers because it's a whole bunch of crazy shit going on that never happened to me before. You feel me? So it continued to do that. It continued to do that for a minute. Boom. The lights went out. I start, peeking out from under the shit with one eye. You feel me? Like my one eyeball is a fucking telescope or some shit. You feel me? I'm looking out that shit, looking out that shit. Boom. I slide down, look down the hallway, bro. When I look down the hallway, it's that same robot there. You feel me? With the two heads, right? They not even calling me tonight. You heard? They just standing there smiling. I calls my stepfather at the top of my lungs. He jumps up, he runs into the room, busts into the door by the hallway. Soon as he opened that door to the hallway, the light in the hallway exploded. Got the bottom of his feet cut up. Now he walking, itching in the room, trying to find out what's happening. The only thing I said, I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. That's not the most interesting part though. Maybe about 3-4 days later, right? I get a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I'm sitting in the living room, you feel me, playing Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson shit, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm who? Now niggas start banging hard like that. I'm scared. I'm not even running to the door looking through the peephole and none of that. You feel me? I'm like, who? From the side of the door, like this, with my head looking down the hallway, because it was a hallway that went to the door too. You feel me? So, my father, he taught us safety strategies. He used to teach my little brothers. My biological father used to come over and teach my little brothers, from my stepfather, how to do certain things with military training and different things, like mad stuff. We probably get into that. So, um, I look down the hallway and I'm screaming, who? And I said, Mom. She she goes to the door. Boom. When she comes to the door, opens the door, I'm still standing there. All I hear is like walkie-talkies and boots and shit, you heard? It was the police, you heard? So boom, they all come in. Can we talk to you for a minute? This, that, and the third, or whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Now, mommy tell me like, yo, she wave her hand. You know what I'm saying? Like to tell me like go in the room. So that means if I gotta go in the room, all the kids gotta go in the room. You feel me? If I can't stay, that means nobody can stay. So I get off. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So boom, we go in the room. My step pops, he get up, look down the hallway, see what's going on. We get out of there. We go in there. Boom. Now me, I got the kids in the room. I got the door closed. You feel me? Now it's just the bathroom and it's that hallway. You feel me? And there's another door right there that lets you out into like the living room, and then my mom's room is down the way, and then the other bath. You understand? It's kind of set up like that. But as you come out the door and you step into the living room, maybe about 10, 15 feet in front of me, it's a hallway to the right of me that goes down, and you can look at the door that lets you in. So I started there. I looked down, boom, 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 made my way around the living room. My mom's ran in, boom, as she did that, and they coming in. I'm still standing in the middle of the living room, looking crazy, being nosy as shit. My step pops, he come out the room. I see him walking up. I start to round the kids up and take them to the back. I get them to the back, put them in the room, close the door. I'm in the hallway now. You feel me? So I'm ear hustling. You know what I'm saying? Being nosy as shit. So boom, but the way this shit is going on, I can't really hear what they saying. Half the shit they saying, I really don't understand. The walkie-talkies is going off and shit. You feel me? And only thing I know is mommy came in the room to use my bathroom. You feel me? I guess because she didn't want to go in her room and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to smoke hella bud. You feel me? Like mad weed and shit like that. So she come in, I say, yo, Mom, what's going on? What's going on? She's like, I'm gonna have to tell you later, just get dressed. So boom, I'm happy as shit, you feel me? I just went in the room, start digging through my drawer, boom, trying to find something to put on. You know what I'm saying? Half the shit on backwards and shit. I'm just happy that she told me to get dressed, because now that means that I got a possibility of knowing exactly what it is, what happened. You understand? I'm just nosy, inquisitive ass kid. You know what I'm saying? Don't hang out with kids my age because they boring. Hang out with the older kids because the conversation seem more interesting. Like one of those type of kids my whole life. Yeah. So, mommy, she's still in the bathroom by the time she come out the bathroom. My goal is to be standing in front of the bathroom door dressed. I don't give a fuck how I got my clothes on. I'm out of here. I want to figure out what's going on. You hear me? So boom, I'm standing there by the door. Boom, she get dressed. Boom, she like, I need you to come with me somewhere. So boom, we went downstairs, went to one of our neighbors' houses, and she made a phone call or something. After she made the phone call, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to ear hustle, but she's out of earshot, so I can't. And then the people house that we in, the TV is mad loud. They got little chihuahuas running around and shit. You feel me? And that's all I hear in that bitch. And you know what I'm saying? So she had some Spanish friends that she was real tight with. You feel me? And that was they shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Chihuahuas, loud Spanish music, and come over and get something to eat type shit. Well, that was when the Puerto Ricans really first started coming to the city. You feel me? Like that type shit. You know what I'm saying? I was a little nigga, but I was in the field still though, you know? So it's like they talked about what they talked about, and we came back to the spot where we was going back to the house. As we get to the house and we going up the stairs, my mother, she's, I guess, more amped than me, you feel me? So she's beating me up the stairs. Now me, I'm trying to keep up. Now my mom, she usually don't do that, so I know it's a lot of shit on her mind. You feel me? Because she always make me walk in front of her as a kid. She never let me walk behind her. You never, never, never. She'll flip her fucking lid if she ever caught me walking behind her and we was in the street and she had to look behind her to find. Boy, you better be in front of me, at least 2, 3 steps in front of me. For real, she was one of those type of parents. She was really loving and really, you know, she was a mama bear. Don't fuck with my cubs, you heard? Dead ass serious, and I'm glad she gave me that, cause she made me that person. But as we going up the stairs, you know, I see her. Boom, it's like a couple of officers right there or whatever. They take her into the lady house that she was watching the twins. So me, you know, I'm a little nigga. I'm coming up the stairs. The police like, hey, but I'm like steps behind my mother, so she don't even hear this shit going on. I'm like, that's my mom. So boom, the guy's like, oh, okay. Let me run in there. My mom, she was going into the back room. So boom, I'm walking slow because I don't want to make it hot and be all nervous. I'm gonna make it seem like I got permission to be going where I'm going, you heard? So I'm walking. Now I see my mother stop. When she stopped, right, I like creep to the side of the wall and I run in the room as fast as I can, you heard? That was the first time I ever regretted ever being nosy, you heard? I runs in the room, and when I run in the room, the back room where the windows are supposed to be, it got like a plastic bag on that shit. It's cold as shit in that shit, you heard? I lean forward, look to my left. The closet was open, you heard? The 2 twins that my mother used to watch, when she asked the lady why she didn't come get her kids, you feel me? The lady stopped asking my mother to watch her kids because my mother was concerned about her whereabouts and her kids asking where she was at. She started leaving the kids in the house, and they froze to death from starvation and malnutrition and hypothermia, you heard? But the ill shit is that in between them was that little toy robot that they moms used to let them bring to my house as a part of their package with their toys and their juice and shit like that. You know, I didn't try to make y'all heart somber, but I just wanted to let y'all know, you know, just to give all the empaths out there a glimpse of the type of person that you deal with when you see them pop up in your comments or say hello to you. I've really been in tune with the spiritual world for a long time. I've had brushes with them, you know. So until next time, keep your head up, man. Just know there's something greater after here where everybody won't go, you heard? I be you, you be me. Red Cloud TV.